फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Next. Big blow to Team India. KL Rahul has been ruled out of the third test between India and England. Yes, that's the latest news. KL Rahul has been ruled out, and in place of him, Devdutt Padikkal has been named. Well, Padikkal has had a amazing Ranji Trophy season. In 6 innings, he has made more than 500 runs, including 3 centuries and 150. Well, let's hear it out from Jamie Alter, K. Srinivas Rao, and Taus Rizvi. What are their thoughts about it? Now, Jamie, after Virat Kohli, after Shreyas Iyer, after Jadeja, and now it's about KL Rahul. And why I'm taking all these names, because all these people have been in the news again and again, especially Virat Kohli, because he won't be playing this test series. Now it's KL Rahul. He's been ruled out for the third test match. How big of a blow this is for Team India?
No, it's a big blow because they're already without Virat Kohli for what looks like all 5 test matches. And no point talking about Shreyas Iyer because he had to be dropped. But yeah, without Virat Kohli, without KL Rahul, you're obviously robbed of experience, but also somebody who's been in half decent form, which is not something that most of the batsmen, barring Yashasvi Jaiswal, can claim to be. And KL Rahul got a fantastic 100 in South Africa, and then he got 86 in the first innings of the Hyderabad test. So it's a big blow. Not entirely surprising, because I think when Vineet was reporting from, I think the second test match, maybe it was Tausbai or somebody asked him, or maybe it was somebody else. They asked him what's the update on the two, and I clearly remember Vineet saying that from what he's heard, Jadeja should be fine, but the extent of KL Rahul's injury seems to be more serious. So I'm not entirely surprised. I mean, okay, we're going by one report, which is fine. The reporter's got a very good track record, but some things, again, the BCCI is not saying, this is not confirmed. But if we take the report to be true, and KL Rahul is indeed out, and the team has just got rid of Shreyas Iyer, very tricky, because Sarfaraz is confirmed already in the squad. Maybe Devdutt Padikkal comes back in, but again, it's I understand the form that he's in, but he's primarily an opener or number 3. Your number 3 is not ruled out. Your opener is not ruled out. So once again, why the selectors replace a middle or a number 4 or 5 batsman with someone who opens or bats at 3 for majority of his career remains very confusing to me. So again, like I was talking on my live stream a couple hours ago, while England have used this 9-day break to go play golf, McCullum actually told his team, kit bag mat leke jana, They've had this 8-break gap to be with their family and partners and play golf. What has India done in the last 7 days? Just gone from bad to worse. First, Virat Kohli ruled out or not available for the whole series. Now KL Rahul. It's, like I said a couple hours ago, it's advantage baseball heading into Rajkot.
Also, Jamie, we know that a green signal has been given to Ravindra Jadeja, but nobody knows what will happen. Who knows? Because
again, not officially. This is just reports. Until I get a BCCI WhatsApp message, I'm not believing anything. Many big reporters were claiming कि बुमराह तो rest करेंगे. कहाँ गए वो reporters? बुमराह तो है भाई squad में. So let's not go by just one report. Until the BCCI says something, I'm not believing anything.
Yeah, and because I remember when the squad was announced, there were these asterisk signs in front of KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja's names. So anything can happen. But for now, what we are hearing, and according to the reports, that KL Rahul has been ruled out for the third test match. Srini, I asked this question to Jamie, and I want to know from you also in detail, how will this impact Team India, given that we don't have Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer has been dropped, and also we know that he didn't perform well in the first 2 test matches, but he's not there in the team. And then Jadeja also has this asterisk mark in front of his name. So a lot of concerns are there in Team India.
Okay, so honestly, first of all, I was thinking of exactly the opposite. I thought Jadeja wouldn't be available, but I was hoping KL Rahul would make it. Going by the initial reports, that's what I was thinking. Okay, you dropping Shreyas and then understanding that KL is also not available, and this was obviously subject to fitness, which they had mentioned in the press release, which means they had an idea of what the state. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what was the need to? You might have had an idea. When did the press release come? Day before yesterday, the team and
It,
नहीं
yes,
हाँ
it was on the
day before,
10th,
day before yesterday, and in 24
Saturday.
hours, less than 48 hours, it's confirmed that your most important batsman in the middle order is not available. Something just doesn't add up. Something just
Yeah,
doesn't add up here, and obviously I have no idea. I'm not there on the field, but something here doesn't add up. If I was reporting on this game, if I was tracking this game, the first thing I would ask is, when you name a squad, your most important batsman in the middle order, you have an asterisk against his name. 48 hours later, you are able to determine that he's not available. 48 on what basis did you not make the necessary arrangements, considering that you were dropping another important middle order batsman? And then, as
yeah,
Jamie says, then you go ahead and you pick a top order batsman as a replacement. So, and you are asking me to make sense out of this. See, that's where the issue is. You know, I honestly can't figure for the head or this thing what this actually means. What I do understand though is that, c- apropos the confusion, Devdutt Padikkal is not a bad selection. Is
hmm,
not a poor selection. Now depends on how you want to use him and what you want to make of it. But considering the kind of vein of form that he's been in, he's generally the potential that he brings to the table as a batter. I don't think it's a bad selection at all. The good
hmm,
news is, if this report is true, what it tells me is that Ravindra Jadeja is back. So that vital
yeah,
cog in that middle order that connects your tail to the top order is back, and so is your most important bowler. So is your most important match winner with the ball. He's back. That
yeah.
augurs well for India. But from a batting standpoint, I have no idea. Now, what exactly are you going to do? Play Sarfraz at five, or again experiment
Hmm.
with Padikkal, or make a change, bring Shubman down, take Padikkal to three? What are you going to
I
do?
think it's the last thing you just said. I think it could be time for that, Srini.
Which is,
गिल को नीचे कर दो. See, Particle, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm guessing 80% of his first class career has been opening, and बाकी होगा number 3 पे जब कुछ change हो गया. 4-5 पे खिलाने का फायदा नहीं.
Yeah.
I get form is form, but again, you're putting someone out of his comfort zone. I would say गिल को नीचे लाओ. Good point.
but that's the thing. I mean, the flip side to that very argument is that the guy was any which way struggling at three. Finally, he settles down, manages to get runs
Yeah.
under his belt, and then again in the very next game you change it.
Correct. That's
As it
there.
is, he was confused. Even if I had to put some sense into that Wasim Jafar comment, which obviously the man has been an opener all his life, and when he's been looking at a player so closely, he made a very interesting comment where he said that maybe he's just too eager to, like, kind of walk out, and that excitement is taking a toll. Now you put him further down, I guess that excitement further brews into more trouble. I don't know, I'm just thinking aloud here, but
Hmm.
nothing is telling me that anything about this potential 11 is settled. No, I see trouble brewing. As much as now, when the hindsight, going into the Vishakhapatnam game, I had only one issue. That was Mukesh Kumar. I mean, I, for the life of me, couldn't understand. Now I have three issues, from one to three. Where I had one issue, it took one bowler's one magical spell to save that test match which we had. And I want to say this again, we had lost that test match. So it took that one magical spell from a bowler to allow us to come back into the game. Now you have three problems in that very middle order. I don't know how many spells this is going to take.
Problems are plenty, and Srini, I agree with you. Devdutt Padikkal, he scored really well in this Ranji Trophy, playing as an opener. And after that 151 knock against Tamil Nadu, he himself said that I'm pretty comfortable playing as an opener, though I can play at number three as well, which means that he is looking to play at number three or as an opener. So this will take up as a big thing for like Team India. It's going to be a big task for Team India to set the 11. Now, Taos, I want to know from you, because obviously now we know that KL Rahul has been ruled out of the third Test match, and Jamie back and forth said the same thing. You know that we are hearing this from the reports, no official confirmation on that. But right now, let's believe this, that KL Rahul won't be there for the third Test match, and you have to set your 11. I want to know from you whether Team India should take in Sarfaraz in the 11 or Devdutt Padikkal. What Sarfaraz was doing in this break, and what can be a good decision for Team India for the Rajkot match?
First of all, yeah, I agree with all of them who Srini bhai and Jamie bhai ki why an opener for a number 4 spot in place of KL Rahul. I mean, definitely KL Rahul would have played at number 4 since Virat Kohli is not there. And it's surprising that you have a top order batsman, which makes it more confusing. Ki if he opens the inning, who's going to drop at number 4? Rohit Sharma or Yashasvi Jaiswal? Or if he plays at number 3, Shubman Gill again. But then Shubman Gill bounced back in the last game, and this would definitely, give a dent to his confidence that, yeah, unless he's spoken about, he's been, Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid had a word with Virat Kohli. Okay, and we understand that you are not able to fix your place, cement your place at number 3. Why don't you go down at number 4, number 5? That will give you an opportunity to play the old ball, which is easier compared to when you play a new ball or a new bowler or a bowler, fast bowler who's in great form like a James Anderson. So that if they had a conversation like that, then this is proper move. Because I if Rajat Patidar has come in, I would see. I mean, where would be this guy uh, Rajat Patidar? If Devdutt Padikkal has come in, where would Rajat Patidar
Hmm.
bat? So it
Hmm.
has created a lot of tension. I agree. I mean, I would say that there is some clarity when it comes to batting lineup. Okay, these guys have, but you have a good top order. You have a Rajat Patidar, you have a Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma. We have Devdutt Padikkal. वो strong हो गया top order, but middle order का क्या? So now that KL Rahul has gone out, you have another option, that is Sarfraz Khan, who has been you know uh, बेंच पे काफी मतलब गर्म हो गया. I mean, he's there for quite a long time, couple of test matches.
Yeah.
So he has
Yeah.
his right place. He should be there in the playing 11. Bat at number of 4 or 5. But then who bats at number 4? Again, Shreyas
Hmm.
now that Shreyas Iyer is not there. So there is too many confusion right now. तो आपको शुभमन गिल को नीचे लाना है, या अगर रोहित शर्मा सोच रहे हैं कि यार मेरे रन नहीं हो रहे टॉप ऑर्डर में, साउथ अफ्रीका में रन नहीं हुए, WTC में रन नहीं हुए, फिर लास्ट के 2 टेस्ट मैचेस में ऊपर रन नहीं हो रहे, तो क्या मैं नीचे जाने का एक्सपेरिमेंट करूं, सोचूं मैं? आई वुड लाइक टू नो फ्रॉम बोथ द पैनलिस्ट फ्रॉम हियर कि should Rohit Sharma consider, because I mean runs कहीं पर भी नहीं आ रहे रोहित शर्मा when it comes to टेस्ट क्रिकेट. लास्ट उन्होंने कब बनाया था? वेस्ट इंडीज में एक 100 बनाया था. उसके बाद जो है सारी इनिंग्स है ड्राई है,
Hmm.
विदाउट रन है, विदाउट मैन लुकिंग इन गुड टच, मिडिल नहीं हो रहा बैट, कॉन्फिडेंस लैक कर रहे हैं, शोल्डर्स डाउन है, तो बहुत फर्क पड़ रहा है. तो क्या प्लान ये हो सकता है? नंबर 4 रोहित शर्मा कम्स इन. दिस विल मेक India's middle order a bit stronger. This will make it look a bit more dangerous, because Rohit Sharma, देखिए यशस्वी जायसवाल already fixed. He's in form. That was a magical innings. You won't see another a double hundred. I mean, I wish it comes again, another double hundred, another 150, because whatever innings that was played, whatever performances that was delivered, they were all magical. Yashasvi Jaiswal double hundred. They saw Shubman Gill out of form. Shubman Gill's 100 was again magical because he was not in form. And Jasprit Bumrah again, that was something out of miraculous. तो अगर ये 3 परफॉर्मेंस नहीं होता तो आपकी क्या टीम होती? कुछ नहीं होती. कोई परफॉर्मेंस नहीं होता, आप बाहर हो जाते, हार जाते. But then can these things be repeated? I don't know. It's not guaranteed. But I would like to know दोनों भाई आपसे और आप सबसे कि यार, how about having Rohit Sharma? Is he thinking on those lines कि I want to bat in the middle order? Is he thinking on those lines? या शुभमन गिल को नीचे कर देंगे?
Okay. Well, let's go to Srini, and let's take his opinion on this first.
You don't touch Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Whatever you do, you don't touch the opening. There are few things that have been working relatively better, whatever shape it is. But there are few things that are working right now. Whatever is working, needs to stick, and you need to make the most out of it. So no changes where the opening is concerned. You have picked up Yashasvi, Devdutt Padikkal. I have no idea what the selectors may have had in mind, but if they are thinking they're going to put Yashasvi and Devdutt out there as openers, I don't know. तब तो फिर तुम शुभमन को ही ओपन कर, तब तो वो देवदत्त के आने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी ना, आप शुभमन ही आपका ओपनर ही था ना. So I don't know how, what line of thinking this is. Do not tinker unnecessarily. If you have to now figure out how you have a number 5, go ahead with Sarfraz. If you really can't find an option, go with Sarfraz. Do not, at least I will give it to Sarfraz that he's been part of this camp, whatever this team set up now for 2 weeks. So that's at least, a little more clued in than a complete outsider coming in and taking charge. Or there is something obviously Rahul Dravid might be seeing in the nets that we here are not obviously, kind of, we don't know. And if that's the case, and if they think Devdutt is in very good form, take a call. Maybe you experiment with him at number 4, because again I don't think touching Shubman and number 3 will be fair on him. Finally, he's got runs under his belt. So I don't know on what basis have they picked Devdutt Padikkal. If they want to go with him, they can experiment with him at number 4. But I wouldn't touch the openers. That's for sure. See, even Yashasvi has warmed up to the idea of walking out with Rohit. So there is that comfort with for him in terms of batting alongside Rohit Sharma. Why would I change that? I wouldn't change it for anything.
Okay, so all in all, Jamie, that takes us to the point where we really need to figure out a batter on number 4 position, because right now, as Srini mentioned, he said that we can try out Sarfaraz at number 5, which means that if we'll try Sarfaraz at number 5, then we'll be left with one position where the debate will start, and that position will be number 4, because rest all the positions are pretty much sorted. So, who Team India should go with at number 4 for the third Test match?
Rajat Patidar, there's no option. He's not going to be dropped. He plays majority of his cricket at number 4. Devdutt Padikkal won't even come into the equation. You're just replacing a player, right? I agree with Sheeny. You're not going to change the openers. Personally, I would like to see Shuman Gill batted down, but there's a valid point that 13 pari ke baad to he got past 35, and Sarfaraz will play, but he won't play at 4. You play Patidar at 4. You want to play Sarfaraz? He bats at 5, 6 Jadeja, 7 is your keeper, and then 8, 9, 10. So hats off to Padikkal for finally getting a call up. But unless you make drastic calls, which Rahul Dravid is never going to make, he doesn't know what drastic means. So he's not going to make any calls. Rajat Patidar bats at 4. Each test match you had a different 4, 5, 6 anyways. Ek aur match ke liye kar lo. Patidar.
Okay. Well, you touched a very valid point, Jamie, and that's about Padikkal's form. We saw how Padikkal performed in the Ranji Trophy, 556 runs in 6 innings, including 3 centuries and 150. Taus, I want to know from you, how important is a batting position for a batter? Because we heard from Devdutt Padikkal how he explained, how comfortable he was. He himself said after the match against Tamil Nadu that he battled some health issues. Then he came out to bat as an opener. He felt comfortable, and that's the reason for his terrific performance so far in the Ranji Trophy. Now, how important is a batting position? And that's why, it will lead us to the 11 for the third Test match.
See, especially batting, opening is a specialist job because playing with a new ball, which swings a lot, and if you have a master bowler bowling at you like a James Anderson, so I mean you need to be really, really special, or you need to have a lot of experience of playing that red ball. Anybody can open with white ball because white ball doesn't swing much. It carries a lot. I mean, it goes, if you time the ball well, it goes to the boundary also. It's quite big and quite. But the red ball is completely different. So it's a specialist job. And batting position, for example, I mean, it isn't that the opener will do badly when he's put in at number 4 or number 5 or whatever position. बट जब ओपनर को कॉन्फिडेंस कब रहता है जब वो नए बॉल से खेलता है ही इज मोर इन हिज कंफर्ट जोन बिकॉज़ ही इज बीन डूइंग इट फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन स्पेशली नंबर 2 1 2 and 3 they are used to it and if you expect a middle order batsman unless it's Rohit Sharma kind of a batsman exceptional who used to bat in the middle order for a long time and you ask him to open so he gets used to it but then abhi bhi Rohit Sharma was a perfect opener आपको एक कॉम्पैक्ट बैट्समैन जैसे नजर नहीं आएंगे ये, या आपको वैसे या सहवाग भी एक एग्जांपल रहे हैं जो मिडिल ऑर्डर फिक्स नहीं रहा उनका, ही स्टार्टेड एज अ मिडिल ऑर्डर देन ही बिकेम एन ओपनर। तो इट्स अबाउट मेंटालिटी, हाउ स्ट्रांग यू आर, हाउ यू कैन प्ले द स्विंग, आप कितना, आपका पेशेंस है, कितना एबिलिटी आप बॉल बाहर की छोड़ सकते हो, कितना आप टाइम कर सकते हो बॉल, कितना गैप निकाल सकते हो, उसके अलावा आपका जोन कितना, आप कितना स्पेशलाइज्ड हो। तो कॉन्फिडेंस की बात बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, आपके एक्सपीरियंस की, आप कितने साल से करते हैं। For example, Yashasvi Jaiswal, he's been playing in the top order for a long time. Prithvi Shaw, you bring in Prithvi Shaw, he will give you, because he's been opening for Mumbai. He's been opening in age group cricket for Mumbai. He's opened for Team India. So they look completely comfortable. But if you ask a Sarfraz Khan, for example, to come and open the innings, I don't think so. He will be able to do that. So everybody has a fixed batting order, or people are in their comfort zone, and suddenly asking somebody to come down bat in the middle order, for example, Devdutt Padikkal, कि भाई आपने अच्छा करने के बाद एज अ टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन आप नीचे कर रहे हो, तो वो उसका भी कॉन्फिडेंस में फर्क पड़ जाता है। भाई मैं तो ओपनर हूँ, आई एंजॉय बैटिंग विद द न्यू बॉल, बट ये नहीं। तो या इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यू नीड टू लाइक, आपको जो स्पेशलाइज पोजीशन आप इतने साल से करते आ रहे हो, सडनली आपको उसके बाहर कर दिया जाए, एंड स्पेशली एट इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट बिग स्टेज, देन देयर इज समथिंग इन द माइंड कि यार साइकोलॉजिकली आप इतनी जल्दी अडेप्ट नहीं कर पाते हो। अडेप्टेबिलिटी इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट। तो अगर आप अडेप्ट नहीं कर पाओगे तो आप डिलीवर भी नहीं कर पाओगे। दैट इज वन थिंग
और वो पडिक्कल
which
के
is
साथ
why
हमने
this guy was
आईपीएल में
stressing
देखा
on,
था।
which is why Devdutt Padikkal was stressing on top order.
हम्म क्योंकि हमने आईपीएल में देखा था कि जिस तरह से वो राजस्थान रॉयल्स में खेल रहे थे, तो वो रन्स नहीं आ रहे थे उनके। सो वी सॉ हाउ ही वाज स्ट्रगलिंग विद फॉर्म इन द लास्ट आईपीएल। सो जेमी, as we know that the third test match is in Rajkot, let's talk a bit about the pitch as well, because there are several reports that are saying that the pitch over there will be a slow turner. Please share some inputs on that.
I mean, I've not been to Rajkot, so I don't have any inputs what's happening there. Only only basis for my talking about Rajkot is the two test matches. But the last one was what, 6 years ago? Just two test matches on the domestics front. A lot of I mean, the Ranji Trophy does not happen on the main ground. It happens on ground B and C, which is obviously not going to be where this test match is played. But in two test matches, we've seen 900 scored. So on the basis of 8 years ago and 6 years ago, I would assume that we're going to see another batting track. Also because we've discussed this to death since this test series started. It's so fun to watch quote unquote sporting wickets come back. I don't think, I mean, Srini said this, Tawazbai said this, I've said this. Rank turners are out of the question now, and to my mind at least, so are flat tracks. You play a flat track, you're playing into baseball in the original sense of what that word used to be, and then you dole out a rank turner, and there's enough example. And now without KL Rahul, there's not going to be a rank turner. So I think it's
Yeah.
going to be a traditional. Again, I'm saying traditional, but I only have two test matches as a sample size, which is not much. But I think it's going to be full of runs, and maybe day 4 and day 5 you see some turn. Rahul Dravid was once again very non-committal when he was asked this question, but he also, like, there was a politician by the name of John Kerry, who for the longest time actually wanted to be the American president, but he didn't get there because he would change his views every second day. And the more I hear Rahul Dravid talk now, I'm reminded of John Kerry. So again, I frankly, personally, 3 days away, I see a typical flat Rajkot track. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're talking about KL Rahul here. KL Rahul complained of right quadriceps pain after the first test match. He was ruled out of the second test match. He was then in NCA. According to the reports, he's still in NCA and he didn't travel with the team to Rajkot. And the reports are coming now that he's been ruled out of the third test match. And the medical team will give a check over him for another week, one more week. And the other update is about Ravindra Jadeja, that he has been given green signal to play in the third test match. Also about Devdutt Padikkal, who has been in terrific form in Ranji Trophy. He's replaced Rahul. So that's that. And now we'll move to our rapid fire round and would request all our viewers to please keep your questions related to this, as we'll be glad taking questions around KL Rahul, Padikkal, and Jadeja, and the third test match as well. So let's start with the first one, please. First one is from Dinesh Singh. He's saying Iyer want to play but can't score. Ishan doesn't want to play but we want him to play. And Pujara scoring runs and he should play but team management doesn't want him to play. What's happening, Jamie? Can you just? I have no idea why Dinesh Singh is saying that, but I think he's just trying to absorb things. I think he's just trying to understand what's going around in
No, no,
Indian
it's a
cricket.
good one. It's a good one. Sometimes it's good to see some play on words here. I mean, no point is talking about Iyer. He's not been scoring for a long time. Ishan Kishan, we just did a show on him a couple of days ago. We don't know where he stands. I was very vocal and critical on my stance on that when Sahil was offering his views. And again, Pujara, it's yeah. I mean, he's got as good, if not better, form than Devdutt Padikkal. There was every reason. This is home ground. But like I've said, that ship has sailed. No more Rahane, no more Pujara, no more Umesh Yadav. It's nothing personal. They're not coming back. There's a reason why Devdutt Padikkal has been called back rather than a made to order number three with 100 test matches. He's got double centuries, crossed
Yep.
I don't know how many milestones, but yes, Pujara is not coming back. That's very obvious.
Yes. Next one, please. Sports fencing with Patidar, Sarfaraz, and Jurel, we have lot of inexperience in middle order. Um, Srini, okay, let's take this. What sports fan is saying that we'll have Patidar, Sarfaraz, and Jurel in the 11. Let's say that Team India announces this 11 with all three players in the team. Do you think inexperience will haunt India in the third Test match then?
I mean, do you have a choice? Your number four is gone. He's not there for the whole series. He's out. Shreyas is out. KL is out. Whatever be the reasons, they're out. They're not there. And you were very clear, as JB mentioned, you're not going back to a Pujara or a Rahane. So then, what are your choices here? You have to go with the inexperience. Now, I'm happy. That's why I said for once I can see some right thing where a Padikkal is doing well with red ball cricket. They've drafted him right place, right time. Now, what? How do you make use of it? So inexperience, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't blame a cricketer. See, cricketer will always want to do well. A cricketer will always want to kind of punch above his weight and kind of give his best out there. My whole focus here is in terms of how the selectors and the team management are eyeing the player. Don't blame the player. Player at the end of the day, yes, has to go out there, score runs, whatever, etc., etc. But until it comes to that, it is also the perspective of the team management here and the selectors that matters. Now, I was listening to you put the question on the Rajkot track. Okay, I was there the last time when England played India, 2016. And I remember the test match for three reasons. Number one, obviously, eve of the test match, demonetization happened. So I was left without catch. Number two is, uh, 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 you know, Hasib Hamid scored a century, right? He had debuted for England. That track has not changed. If my guess is right, that is the track you're looking at once again. First day, plenty of runs, 300 plus for a team that is, and as Jamie rightly put it, should England win the toss, Duckett, Crawley, Root, Pope, Stokes, Besto, God bless you. You got to be like on that track. I don't see there's going to be
Yeah.
much change in that. The third I remember is that back then there was a great deal of experience in this Indian team, right? But silly mistakes caused them that test match to be drawn. It was a drawn test, which India should have won, chasing fourth innings.
Hmm.
We dropped three catches in the first innings. So I'm saying that experience, ho, nahi ho, wo theek hai. At the end of the
Hmm.
day, some youngsters can come in and punch above their weight and make the right things happen. Point is, what is it that the team management and the selectors have in mind for this middle order? How do they want to
Yeah.
construct this middle order? How do they want to stitch this? This is like much like the Gaba experience where Ravi and Bharat had to stitch a side together, that
Yeah.
would stand there. So it was the decision made right. That is the onus on Rahul Dravid now. Patidar
Yep.
obviously has shown enough maturity to play in the position that he played in the second test match. So continue with him. Don't don't
Yes.
tinker with it. Shubman has just got runs at number three. Do not tinker with it. Stick to it. Now openers, the cows had put the question. Stick to it. Don't tinker with it.
Yes.
Your this thing should be in KL Rahul's place. What do you do? How
Yeah.
exactly do you maneuver that? So you got to find an answer to that. Do you play a Sarfraz or do you take the bet with Devdutt Padikkal? That's the only question I'm looking at. Otherwise, and please don't play Mukesh Kumar. So that's it. I mean, you have the answers in front of you. So as I said, it's about how the team management is looking at it.
Hmm. Okay. Well, let's move to the next one. Kuldeep saying, "Don't be surprised if Devdutt plays ahead of Sarfaraz in Rajkot." Well, that can happen, and who knows? Srini, why do you think so? Because
Because
you give a hint.
he's in form. He is in form. See, depends again. If you are kind of straight away pointing to that particular slot in the batting order, if you're not changing anything, and if you're talking number five, then let's say this in all fairness that the slot belongs to Sarfraz, because Sarfraz is obviously been that regular number five. But having said that, he's also a liability on the field. I think we discussed this in the run up to the Visakhapatnam Test match. You can't have a Rohit Sharma, Ashwin, Kuldeep, and Sarfraz in your 11 together. That is four people to hide. That cannot happen. You need young legs out there. So that is a call that will have to be taken. So what is it? The ability that Sarfraz brings, a good reputation as a number five batter. Basis that, will
Yeah.
you play him or would you go with form and bring in Devdutt? Will you be excited to push Devdutt up higher up because he's getting you runs higher up, right, in first class circuit? Then who do you push down? Will you do that? Those are the questions. But you know, playing Sarfraz, as I said, the only thing that comes to my mind is outside of the batting is a liability.
Okay. Sports fan, as you are writing, that was Padikkal the best replacement of KL, or is he selected on Karnataka quota, or he is from same franchise as KL? I would like to just mention that I think I have reiterated this point again and again in this live session. I would love to explain this again, that he had an amazing Ranji Trophy
Rahul,
season so far. Hmm. Shini,
Rahul's
you can
name
go
ends
ahead.
with L, Padikkal's name ends with L, so I'm sure there's a connection there.
Okay, but
That's what
sports
sort of
fan,
thing.
to bring everything in perspective, I would like to mention that he has scored 556 runs in 6 innings in Ranji Trophy, including 3 centuries and a 50. And if you talk about the scores, by being in the team, India A team, he scored 105, 65, and 21, if I'm not wrong. Yes, the one century that he made with India A team. So numbers are there for you, and I think there must be enough for you to know that whether he was picked on his form or not. Well, let's move to the next one, please. Those you want to say, add to something?
No, but I would like to suggest here. I mean, bringing this guy in place of KL Rahul. Yeah, that question is justified. That why he was bought in a top order being bought in for a middle
Hmm.
order place. That is a perfect question. कर्नाटका कोटा franchise वो पता नहीं है वो कैसे बताएंगे but then yeah this is not a proper selection basically to bring unless you are
Yeah.
looking at something else top order क्या
Hmm.
उसमें change
Because
लाना
we
है
are again stuck.
that is valid
Uh,
this is not yeah the
बिकॉज वी आर
first line is
अगेन ऑन
proper
द सेम पॉइंट ना। हाँ, क्योंकि हम
absolutely
I
फिर
mean,
वहीं पे आ गए, हम फिर वही डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं बार बार कि कौन
वही
खेलेगा आपके मिडिल ऑर्डर में।
absolutely
ओके, लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट वन। Perhaps Rohit will come down at 4 or 5. मेहुल संगानी, हमने इस पर काफ़ी ज़्यादा चर्चा कर ली है, सबने अपनी अपनी राय रखी है। वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज़ रिवाइंड अ बिट एंड आपको वहाँ पर आंसर मिलेगा। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज़। Gurkaval Singh कह रहे हैं Sarfaraz Khan and Dhruv Jurel set to make their debut in third test. Okay, and we'll just wait for the 11 on 15th. Next comment, please. SK Anand, he's asking, is there truth in the report that BCCI wants contracted players not playing for India fit and able to play Ranji Trophy matches? Jamie?
not read any such report, so I won't be fit to answer this question. I think Srini will know this for sure.
I mean,
Srini?
they've been, wanting SK. SKC wanting का कोई मतलब नहीं है. This is like, when there is too much happening around you, criticism happening, this, that, oh no, once in a while it comes as a wave. No, no, no. Players should play Ranji Trophy. Trust me, you go to England, play badly, come back, then the same kind of conversation begins. Players should be going and playing more of county cricket. It's that kind of a really doesn't. I mean, it has to come from the player. It has to really come from the player. I mean, nobody asked Tendulkar. Nobody would ask Tendulkar to go and play Ranji Trophy matches or Duleep Trophy matches at his peak. So
Yeah.
you didn't need to. It used to come within. I remember watching a Duleep game in Hyderabad in 2005 February, where 2005 I'm saying February, where West Zone versus South Zone. VVS Lakshman, Rahul Dravid, Anil Kumble, Sachin Tendulkar, Ajit Agarkar, Zahir Khan, Irfan Pathan, you name it. They all played that Duleep Trophy game. So nobody asked them. BCCI didn't say कि जाके तुमको खेलना ही है kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. इसके आनंद कह रहे हैं got it. Okay. Good. विनोद पूछ रहे आईपीएल खेलने के लिए टेस्ट से बाहर है. कौन आईपीएल खेलने के लिए टेस्ट से बाहर है? I have no idea.
KL Rahul.
विनोद, I would request. अच्छा.
नहीं,
केएल राहुल आईपीएल खेलने के लिए
कभी नहीं
टेस्ट से
सोचना
बाहर.
ऐसा कभी नहीं सोचना. ऐसा कोई प्लेयर नहीं है जो टेस्ट रिस्पेक्ट को डिसरिस्पेक्ट करेगा. आप किसी भी प्लेयर को पूछो नहीं खेलना है तो फिर वो बाजू अड़ जाएगा, फिर वो सिलेक्शन रडार में ही नहीं रहेगा. बट ऐसा कोई बड़ा प्लेयर है, उसको भी पता है कि टेस्ट क्रिकेट वो ऐसी बेइज्जती, मतलब ऐसा डिसरिस्पेक्ट कोई नहीं दिखाएगा.
इनका वर्जन ईशान किशन से आ रहा होगा. ईशान इज नॉट सीरियस अबाउट रणजी ट्रॉफी.
इसीलिए
प्लेइंग, ही डजंट वांट टू कम बैक टू
ईशान का कोई यहाँ कोई लेना देना ही नहीं है.
ये ऐसा सोच रहे होंगे.
मुझे वही लगा बिकॉज हमारे पिछले कुछ दिनों से बहुत सारे लोगों ने इस पर यही बात करी है कि ईशान आईपीएल खेलने के लिए टेस्ट से बाहर है. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज सो कंफ्यूज्ड कि किसके लिए बोल रहे हैं, केएल राहुल के लिए, ईशान किशन के लिए. पर आई थिंक विनोद आपको आंसर मिल चुका है. श्रेणी ने आपको आंसर दिया है.
ईशान किशन, आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर मिस्टर राहुल द्रविड़. Yeah, I do agree that he should be playing Ranji Trophy for Jharkhand. He was missing too many. He had this brilliant opportunity to go out there and make a statement. What are his priorities? Obviously, I haven't spoken to Ishan, so I have no idea. But Rahul Dravid's comment saying that let him play some cricket, boss, that is unfair. Okay, you did what you had to do with him. You're a guy. You're talking about a guy who was doing his bit across the format. Wherever you were putting him, he was scoring runs. South Africa, he thought he had a chance. You pushed, brought back KL Rahul into the squad. You went ahead with your own permutation. You went ahead with your own wish list. Don't blame the player for it. Yeah, right now it's like apples and oranges. This is a different scenario. That was a different scenario. Ishan right now should be playing Ranji unless he has some other issues in mind. I don't know. But back then, I thought that comment was very, very unfair on part of Rahul Dravid, where he says, go and play some cricket. Hello, he was playing cricket. Who was your wicketkeeper all this while when KL Rahul was not there in the squad? I mean, unfortunate, but I don't know where these statements come from.
Actually, this is beyond cricket. This has gone beyond cricket right now.
Obviously beyond cricket. And by the way, I also read some reports saying some 24 कहीं दुबई में जाके party किया. 24-year-old guy, why can't he party? If a 20, I should go and party. If a 24-year-old doesn't party, who will party? What is wrong with somebody partying for health? For God's sake, I mean, get over this. अरे आपको पता है ये कल रात को पार्टी कर रहा था. क्यों नहीं करना चाहिए पार्टी भाई? उसका लाइफ है. हाँ, मैच छोड़ के जाके पार्टी कर रहा है तो फिर ब्लेम करो. उसके टाइम में वो कुछ भी करे, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? राहुल लाइफ लॉन्ग द वॉल, उन्होंने कभी पार्टी करी नहीं. वो रात मैच खत्म करते थे, घर जाते थे, बात लेते थे, किताब पढ़ते थे, जिम जाते थे, दही चावल खाते थे, सो जाते थे, सुबह उठ के योगा करते थे. सब वही करेंगे. I mean, I don't like this. I mean, if a youngster is not allowed to express himself, what the hell is this? I know, bring some discipline. That's up to the team management. But don't give these statements in the media and all this. Like, don't make any sense.
Yeah. And जेमी ने मुझे लगता है इससे पहले बोला था कि वो जितनी बार भी राहुल द्रविड़ की कमेंट सुनते हैं,
वो कब नहीं पार्टी करते थे, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. बट रिजल्ट्स दिए ना.
Yeah. तो जेमी तब बात कर रहे थे कि राहुल द्रविड़ ने अपनी स्टेटमेंट्स कितने बदले। जेमी, आपको याद होगा हम उस दिन लाइव सेशन में थे जब हम बात कर रहे थे कि अफगानिस्तान से पहले तो उन्होंने कहा कि डोमेस्टिक खेलिए, फिर अब कह रहे हैं कि यार डोमेस्टिक मत खेलिए लेकिन कुछ तो खेलिए, तो क्या खेलिए। तो there's so much इतना chaos क्रिएट कर दिया है उन्होंने अपने ही स्टेटमेंट से that everybody is speculating their own kind of story related to ईशान किशन.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think we did a whole hour-long show on this topic, and I'll just quickly repeat myself. By making that statement, Rahul Dravid has thrown Ishan Kishan under the bus. But I'll say what I said that day as well. Ishan Kishan 9 साल का लड़का नहीं है, वो 26 साल का है. He's played enough cricket to understand कि आप सिर्फ select या recall हो गए जब आप मैच में runs बना रहे हो, और आप 3 महीने हो गए आपने एक भी मैच नहीं खेला. I don't think he needs to be told कि भाई go play 6, like I said that day. Now it's 6. That day there were 5. 6 Ranji Trophy matches have been played since he chose to quote unquote take a break. If he's expecting to be recalled without playing a match, he's living in a fool's paradise. You know, while I agree Rahul Dravid's statement was bizarre, Ishan Kishan is only going to come back when he scores runs playing for a team. Putting up reels on Instagram from Kiran More's farmhouse or stadium in wherever it is with Hardik Pandya is not going to get you back into the Indian team. You took a break. In that break, आपको जो करना है, Srini's right. हमने उस दिन भी बात किया, तुमको नाचना है, गाना है. As long as you're not being caught drunk on camera, do what you want to do. There are boundaries. But boss, you're not going to be recalled by doing this. आपको recall करना चाहिए. All you had to do was show that you care about first class cricket, red ball cricket. You could have gone. I said there's six. ये सब इस सब से recall होगा, इस सब से योगा करने से नहीं बाबा. 6 झारखंड के 6 मैच थे, आप एक मैच खेलते. Like I said, I use the word optics. ये जो optics ये लड़का कर रहा है, इससे सोशल मीडिया फॉलोइंग बढ़ता है. आपको राहुल द्रविड़, रोहित शर्मा की टीम में आना है, आपको झारखंड के लिए खेलना पड़ेगा. आप एक मैच खेलते 6 में से, हो सके आप वापस आए. It's since the dawn of time. A player doesn't get picked by running, by doing push-ups, by putting out reels. He gets selected or recalled by playing a match. And unfortunately, by not playing a match in 3 months, to my book, Ishan Kishan has not done himself any favors.
Yes. Okay. Let's move to the next comment, please. This one's for Jamie from Bhavya. Will India give debut to Sarfaraz in replacement of KL Rahul, or will play Akshar Patel as a batter and Jadeja will come in?
I mean, look, you've dropped a batsman, right? So you've dropped Shreyas Iyer. इस उम्मीद से, like Shri rightly said, 2 दिन पहले आपने श्रेयस अय्यर को ड्रॉप किया ये सोचकर कि उनकी जगह केएल राहुल आएंगे. अब केएल राहुल तो नहीं आएंगे, right? So you've added a batsman, but like Srini said, Sarfaraz Khan has been part of the squad before. So to my mind, Sarfaraz Khan does play. In regards to the second one, the question they have to now ask is, और मुझे लगता है ये सवाल का जवाब सिर्फ और सिर्फ राजकोट स्ट्रिप के बेसिस पर होगा. Now the Jadejas come back, do we, as we normally do, we meaning the team management, Dravid and Rohit Sharma, do we again tell Kuldeep, chal beta, Baju hat ja? Or do we play Kuldeep based on his bowling in the last test match and say, Akshar, तू रन बना रहा है पर तेरी bowling नहीं चल रही है. So I would personally, if you're asking me, Sarfaraz debut 100%. The selection is when Jadeja comes back, do we drop Akshar Patel or do we drop Kuldeep? And I would say the time has come now to drop Akshar Patel. Runs भी कम होते जा रहे हैं उस high standard से पिछले साल से. और भैया एक जॉनी बेयरस्टो विकेट के बारे में हम कब तक भोंपू बजाएंगे? हो गया. You went for 6 and 5 per over last time. Time for me to play Kuldeep and Jadeja. And no second seamer, please. Jadeja. No. If you want to drop it, again, that's the question we haven't talked about yet. 2 तो force changes होंगे. ये तीसरा option जो है वो है कि आप मुकेश को बाहर करके, I would put him out and I would play Washington Sundar as well. You don't need a second pacer.
Right. Actually, हमने इस पर काफ़ी ज़्यादा बातचीत करी भी है, and every time when we discuss this topic, we come to only one conclusion that this team India doesn't need one extra pacer, and now we are at a point where we'll just need to wait till 15th because that's the only day we'll get to know whether Team India will go ahead with an extra pacer or not. Because just before the second Test match, also we were all thinking that India won't, but they did. Well, let's wait and watch what will happen in the third Test one. For now, let's move to the next comment. Next comment, please. Vyan Singh is writing, we need a Kuldeep, especially for the first innings track, day one and two, as Indian finger spinners of late need a bit of assistance from the pitch to deliver. I think Vian, जेमी ने अभी इसी पर बातचीत करी थी. उन्होंने बताया why Kuldeep is needed in Team India, और आपने उन्हें सुना भी होगा शायद. If you have any other question, would request you to please send us another question. Next question, please. This one's for Srini from Kuldeep. You want to play Shreyas in place of Rahul, but that guy himself doesn't want to play in Test. Looking at his history, what he said. Srini, you're on mute.
श्रेयस इन प्लेस ऑफ राहुल, ये मैंने कब बोला? मतलब श्रेयस को खिलाना चाहिए बोला होगा मैंने विशाखापट्टनम के पहले, पर श्रेयस इन प्लेस ऑफ राहुल कैसे बोल सकता हूं मैं? तो वो खैर अब तो वो भी स्टैंड नहीं होता, बट हाँ, अगर मैंने ये बोला था विशाखापट्टनम के पहले कि श्रेयस अय्यर को क्यों खिलाना चाहिए, तो वो इसीलिए बोला था बिकॉज मेरा ये मानना है कि द गाय इज गुड इनफ टू बैट इन our home conditions better than most of the other choices that you have at your disposal. In terms of performance, in terms of ability, in terms of what he brings to the table, in terms of experience, everything put together, he's been a potential match winner. And we've seen it. It's not like we haven't seen. It's not like मैं मतलब उसका कोई रात भर बैठ के वीडियो देखा हूँ और बता रहा हूँ कि नहीं नहीं ये तो वो तो सबको पता है, सबने देखा है. तो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट मैं कह रहा हूँ कि भाई ये ही इज अ केपेबल नेम. अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि हम आईपीएल के जमाने के लोग हैं, तो हमको आईपीएल से बाहर कुछ दिखता नहीं है. हम रणजी ट्रॉफी कहाँ, अभी तो हम रणजी ट्रॉफी कोई स्टेडियम में जाके देखता है क्या? वो आप स्कोर पढ़ लेते हो, उसी में समझ आता है. तो एक टाइम था जब इस लड़के ने रणजी ट्रॉफी मुंबई के लिए भाई साहब खेला है, रन बनाया है खड़े रह के, तो उसका थोड़ा बहुत तो रिस्पेक्ट करो.
Yes. तो चलिए next question, please. Jason Singh, our youngsters seem they like to carry themselves as those topical West Indian guys. We are living in our own frequency. Maybe they don't see it like an average cricket fan. Okay, that was our youngsters. He means that the Indian team youngsters are carrying themselves as those topical West Indian guys. Do you think so?
It's like more like from
बोले
Barbados
हार्दिक
than
पांड्या.
Baroda.
बोले हार्दिक पांड्या
I know.
बारबाडोस and बरोडा.
Yeah.
Rest. I mean, what is harm, yaar? West Indies, these people enjoy their life, yaar. They enjoy cricket.
Yeah.
They enjoy their life outside cricket, on field, off field. What is the harm? I don't know. I mean, see, जितना serious वो on field होते हैं. I mean, look at least in T20s right now. You look at them. They take their cricket, professional cricket, very seriously. They take their league seriously. If they don't take West Indies Test cricket seriously, वो भी अभी धीरे धीरे वापस होगा. But then on field, you ask them, they are there. I mean, it's not just their power that has pushed them to superstar level. It's their dedication, their hard work. अगर वो नहीं होता तो भाई ऑन फील्ड पे परफॉर्मेंस डिलीवर भी नहीं होता. So it's not just
Yeah.
about good that mindset that you have to just go and enjoy the game on field as well as off field. मुझे तो मजा आता है उनको देखकर यार.
Just stick to performance. Just stick to performance. Are they doing their job or not? Off the field वो एक टांग पे चले, आपको कोई लेना देना नहीं है. वो क्या
Exactly.
लेना देना है आपको? मैं एक बार वो अबू धाबी एयरपोर्ट पे अभी लास्ट ईयर था, वहां पे 2 एनबीए की टीम्स फ्लाइट ले रही थी, वापस यूएस जा रही थी. मैं एक दूर से ना खड़े रह के देख रहा था. वो सुपरस्टार, आप लोग सुनते हैं सुपरस्टार, शाहरुख खान, अमिताभ बच्चन, सुपर. You have not seen a superstar unless you have seen an NBA player, NBA team walking together. When they walk, like you want to see real superstars watch an NBA team, in any kind of motion. That is, look at them. They are cool in every way. Like where people are like, ये कितना शाना है ना, देखना, ईयरफोन निकालता ही नहीं है ये. ईयरफोन देख ना, ग्लासेस देख, रात को निकालता ही नहीं है ये क्या लेना देना, क्रिकेट खेल रहा है तो एवरीथिंग एल्स इज फाइन।
यस, क्या फर्क पड़ता है उसके बाद वो जो भी करे, खेल अच्छा खेल रहे हैं तब तक हमें फर्क पड़ना चाहिए जब तक वो खेल रहे हैं।
There is a, since we are on
बल्लेबाजी
the
में
subject,
ज्यादा।
since we are on the subject, I'll say this line which I love saying it because I heard it from no one less than Shah Rukh Khan. People who wear
Okay.
dark glasses at night, you know, I like, you know, why do people wear dark glasses at night? Is the King Khan said it. It's because the sun refuses to keep shining on them, stop shining on them, even when it's dark.
Oh,
So you got to be blessed to pull
oh,
it off. Why not? Pull it off, man, if you're good enough.
yeah, why not? Okay, last few comments. Can we have one? मनीष सोलंकी जेमी से पूछ रहे हैं कि उन्होंने एक टीम बनाई है और जेमी आपसे पूछ रहे हैं कि ठीक है ना ये टीम, रोहित, यशस्वी गिल, पडिक्कल, पाटीदार, जुरेल, जडेजा, अक्सर, अश्विन, कुलदीप, बुमराह।
ठीक है, बस लाइक आई सेड बिफोर, पार्टिकल मेरे टीम में नहीं खेलेंगे, सरफराज खेलेंगे बिकॉज ही इज बीन डूइंग दिस फॉर अ लॉन्गर टाइम एंड ही इज द सीनियर प्लेयर एंड ही वाज रिकॉल्ड, सो बाकी सब ठीक है, बट आई विल गो फॉर सरफराज.
So you're saying
Okay.
you'll put Patidar in place of Padikkal, followed by Sarfraz.
I will just go by where these two players who have both taken the same route, Srini, to get into the team, where they batted. Patidar mainly 3-4, Sarfaraz mainly 5. Yes, I know he got 100 recently at number 4 for England against England Lions, but उसका नाम बना है crisis man 5 पे. तो मेरे हिसाब से पाटीदार काफी खेला है 4 पे, वो जाएगा.
Yeah.
पार्टिकल आज तक नहीं खेला 4 पे. पार्टिकल ओपनर खेलता है और कभी कभार कॉम्बिनेशन के बेसिस पे 3 पे खेलता है. एंड बट अगेन, someone who wants to make his debut, he'll bat at number 11 if he has to. But just that comfort zone for me, Patidar 4, Sarfaraz 5.
Okay.
वो quote आएगा. I
Next
will
question,
quote
please.
whatever the team
To add to the Sarfaraz Khan bit, I have some interesting bit. I was just going through some Maidan stories out there. Sarfaraz Khan during the break, he went out there. He batted in Azad Maidan. He batted at Karnataka Cross Maidan. Two different wickets and Islam Gymkhana. So two different wickets, fast bowling wicket, turning tracks. बशीर के लिए ऑफ स्पिनर, लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर एक टॉम हार्टली के लिए, एक लेग स्पिनर रेहान अहमद के लिए. And on top of that, this guy, I mean, he called his Abu straight from Azamgarh. He was there out there watching, following Mushir Khan in under 19 World Cup. Now he's disappointed. I spoke to him. He's disappointed that India lost the World Cup. And but then he called him right out there to Azad Maidan. Bhai, mujhe practice de do and all. And he tried all the shots in the harmony. Sweep bolo, cut bolo, stepping out to the spinners, fast bowlers को back foot punch, straight drives. I mean, it was convincingly. और उसके ऊपर, I mean, एक एक बॉलर को जिसने सरफराज खान को विकेट निकाली, उसको like there was a 100 रुपए इनाम, 100 rupees. तो out of that सिर्फ 2 या 3 विकेट ऐसा मिली. I don't know, claim जो उनके friends या उनके आसपास. But that's how it was. I mean, he trained really hard. So he did not want to, like, if he gets an opportunity, or he may not, he wants to be prepared. He wants to stay there, out there. So right now, कुछ तो signal होगा, या तो कुछ intuition होगा, या तो he wants to be prepared out there, कि whenever he gets an opportunity, he wants to grab with both hands. And this is going to be very crucial. एक मैच मिला, क्योंकि सब जजमेंटल हो जाएंगे. एक मैच के ऊपर सरफराज खान के ऊपर जजमेंटल हो गया, because of like, and people will come to conclusion at the end of the day कि यार इसने नहीं किया.
But let's be fair to the boy. You know, as a batter, there is no doubt he is who he is. As a batter, like, great potential. Now, as Jamie mentioned, number 4 पे ही खिला लो, 5 पे क्यों? उस एरिया में as a batsman कोई problem नहीं है. My only thing is, you know, from a fielding standpoint, from a fitness standpoint, that's it. As a batter, अगर आप देख रहे हो, अगर आपको एक बंदा चाहिए जो मतलब proven potential है, तो वो तो सरफराज ही है.
And it's surprising, Srini भाई, कि भाई बैटिंग पे इतना जोर दिया, फील्डिंग पे क्यों नहीं दिया, मुझे आज तक समझ में नहीं आया. It's as important.
और वो भी मतलब मुंबई मैदान का लड़का, वो all the more.
Absolutely.
Okay, next question, please. Is KL Rahul suffering from same injury for which he got surgery? Srini?
At this point, I have lost track on who is suffering from which injury.
Which
मेरे को याद ही नहीं रहता, मतलब आई ऑनेस्टली, बट आई डोंट नो, देयर इज क्वाड्रुपल था, उसके बाद में आई डोंट नो कि क्या लेट कुछ और, मतलब बैठे बैठे फिर इंजर हो गए क्या, मुझे पता नहीं है, लाइक आई हैव नो आइडिया, आई हैवंट फॉलोड इट अप।
कार्तिक, अभी तक तो यही रिपोर्ट्स है कि पहले टेस्ट मैच के बाद उन्होंने राइट क्वाड्रिसेप्स पेन के बारे में इन्फॉर्म किया था, और उसकी जब उन्होंने कंप्लेन किया तो उनको एनसीए भेजा गया, अभी भी वो एनसीए में है और वो थर्ड टेस्ट नहीं खेलेंगे, एंड यही एक रीजन सामने आया है। अगर कुछ और रीजन होगा विल डेफिनेटली लेट यू नो। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज। Bhavya is asking, can India think out of the box and bring someone like Chahal or Chahar, as we have seen English batters struggle against wrist spin, and also Indian finger spinners look flat in first two tests. Quickly, Jamie, what do you think? Yes or no? We can also answer in this.
कर तो कुछ भी सकते, but I like to throw the question back to Bhavya. Can you tell me when Chahal last played with the red ball? मुझे याद नहीं है. I don't think he plays red ball cricket anymore for Haryana. So again, to be picked, I go back to what I was saying about Ishan Kishan. To get picked for the Indian team out of a country, I don't know how many billion, जब 11 को चुनते हैं, आपको मैच खेलना पड़ता है, और आप मैच नहीं खेलोगे, तो I think Rahul Chahar also hasn't played long. He's injured, if I'm not mistaken. So how does someone who turned his back on red ball cricket and someone who's injured, how do they come into the mix? Beats me.
Okay, last couple of questions. Mehul's asking, is Padikkal's inclusion a way of BCCI trying to give a message to others that the only way to getting a test call is doing well in the Ranji Trophy? Okay, Taus, what do you think?
I would say yes and no. I mean, because अगर कोई और अवेलेबल होता है या कोई सुपरस्टार होता है, absolutely it's a message to maybe a lot of guys कि भाई रणजी, at least रणजी assures you, domestic cricket assures you कि भाई तुमको you have a space, you have, if you get a chance, if you score runs you will get a chance. At least वो थोड़ी सी अश्योरिटी आई है जो बहुत लोगों को नहीं मिली है. तो रजत पाटीदार हो, सरफराज खान भी हो, इंक्लूडिंग सरफराज खान who was ignored for the last 3 years or maybe last 2 years, या आज देवदत्त पडिक्कल हो, तो एटलीस्ट एक अश्योरिटी आई है. बिकॉज आई मीन अनलेस ही वाज अ सुपरस्टार, ही वाज कमिंग बैक, ही हैड हिज ओन पर्सनल इश्यूज. देखिए, अनलेस आप बड़ी सुपरस्टार नहीं हो तो पर्सनल इश्यूज के साथ जा रहे हैं, कुछ है कोई रीजन, तो ऐसा आसान होता है आपके लिए कम बैक करना. बट अगर छोटे स्टार्स होंगे या छोटे प्लेयर्स होंगे जो दे वांट टू मेक अ मार्क, so they have to perform in Ranji Trophy and they have to play. I mean, Prithvi Shaw को क्यों नहीं ले रहे? He's a big star, but then he has to prove himself in Ranji Trophy domestic cricket. And other issues, there are other issues as well when it comes to fitness and other issues. But then yeah,
Okay.
domestic cricket is one of the most important aspect. Otherwise, मतलब आप कहाँ करोगे? कैसे साबित करोगे? प्रूव करोगे कैसे कि मैं हूँ?
You need to keep performing so that you can at least be in the list of those contenders to join the Indian team. Okay, next comment please. This one's for Srini. Who will be the flag bearer for Test cricket for this generation, like what Virat was for the previous one? Srini.
विराट कोहली की बात कर रहे हो, मेरे को दूर दूर तक, मतलब हु आफ्टर विराट, मेरे को लगा, अगर जस्ट ऑनेस्टली टू आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन, 1 से 100 तक विराट है, 99 तक विराट है. जो भी होगा दूसरे नंबर पे खड़ा है. मेरे को दूर दूर तक कोई नहीं दिखता है, दूर दूर तक कोई नहीं दिखता है हु कैन फॉर्मेट तो बस बाजू रखो, जस्ट एज अ टैलेंट, एज समवन हु इज विलिंग टू kind of raise the bar at any given point in time.
भाई यशस्वी
Too young. Wait यार, अभी तो शुरू किया है उसने, खड़े तो रहना तो, मतलब I do the great guy, obviously you know what it is, but वो comparison, मतलब ऐसा भी नहीं बोल रहा ना कि मतलब विराट क्या कंपेरिजन, दूर दूर
I
तक
think Srini.
नहीं है. You're talking about a leader, you're talking about an all format player, you're talking about an accomplished man, talking about a brand, you're talking about everything, you know.
Yep.
So what?
Srini,
कितने
what
आप
about
सचिन तेंदुलकर,
what
विराट
about
कोहली?
Shubman Gill? What about शुभमन गिल? क्योंकि शुभमन
I
गिल
would
के
wait for it.
अराउंड बहुत ज्यादा डिस्कशन हुआ था इस बारे में कि क्योंकि जब वो फॉर्म में थे, जब वो अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे थे, सबने उन्हें नेक्स्ट कोहली या फिर बोला था नेक्स्ट आफ्टर कोहली कह दिया था. नाउ अगेन उनका फॉर्म में जो दिक्कत है,
No,
उसके
I
बाद ये
would
कब
not. I would say the Shubman Gill that people suddenly began to rave about was IPL star Shubman Gill. beyond that, there is a lot. You got to wait. You got to wait and watch. See, this was a golden opportunity for a lot of people to make the most and cement your place in the test squad. 5 test matches at home against a quality opposition that's going to be obviously remembered. Remember that after this, you're not really playing any serious test matches at home. You're playing relatively weaker teams, and then you travel a lot. You're playing some
Yeah.
important series abroad, and kind of, so these guys, I will wait until I see any of those series to kind of, to be fair to Shubman, you made him undergo trial by fire when you put him in that team tour to Australia. Okay, and to be fair to him, he proved his mettle. As I keep saying, he was not an bat opener. You pushed him to open, he did well. In IPL again he raised the bar. मैं ODI cricket को ज़्यादा अभी prominence दूंगा भी नहीं. Right now it's out of question. So again in IPL he raised the bar. So as a T20 cricketer he set a benchmark for himself.
Yeah.
As an opener he obviously kind of set the. So he's done well. I'm not going to take that away from him.
Yep.
But that said, comparisons, I would not make any comparisons at this point. I just kind of wait and watch.
But Srinibhai, if you look at Virat's career, I mean, when he got into this,
I'll add one small thing. A player, if you're playing at this level, you're good. What differentiates, what separates a good and a great is that when a good player goes on to raise the bar for himself without the ecosystem having to demand it from him. Nobody demanded from Virat Kohli that he should be the fittest cricketer on the planet. Nobody demanded from Virat Kohli that he should do certain things that he did, and that is what makes a good cricketer great. He raised the bar for himself. Likewise for Rohit. Let's be very fair. Everybody had given up on Rohit, the Test batsman. So had Rohit not taken his Test cricket seriously, we probably would have reconciled to the fact that he was never interested or never made for Tests anyway. But it is he who kind of made an effort to see that his career has enough of red ball to talk about. He raised
Yeah.
the bar for himself. That's what differentiates good and the great. Sorry, you were saying something.
I was saying about Yashasvi. I mean, Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, when he got into the Indian team in 2009, I remember Sri Lanka series. He was that young boy. Who loved his life outside as well as on field. Before changing into a that ultra fit guy, somebody who's going to be the next big thing. Before, I mean, it took time. It took like 2-3 years before 2010, 11. He was still that chubby Chiku. That evolution came in only after 2011-12. Okay, but this guy Yashasvi Jaiswal, I mean, look at his personality. He is improving as a cricketer. He's gone from Azhar Maidan to gradually improving as a cricketer. Then to Rajasthan Royals, he works hard in the academy of Rajasthan Royals in Nagpur, Taloja. So he keeps on working on his game. And when it comes to character outside the field, जिस बंदे को इंग्लिश नहीं आती थी, सिर्फ हिंदी में बोलता था यूपी का, now he prefers to speak in English. So he knows that कि भाई मैं only in English. So he is preparing himself to be that, he has an aim to become the next big thing in Indian cricket.
I understand where you're coming from. Language तो खैर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. English बोले,
I'm
हिंदी
just
बोले.
saying, off field, on field.
The important thing is, I know where you're coming from. जो कि मैं थोड़े दिन पहले हम शुभमन के बारे में भी बोल रहे थे. My point is, do it over a sustained period of time. Now, why are we in such a hurry? है बड़ा मतलब talent है, सब कुछ है, but why are we in a hurry to anoint anyone anything? Wait, I mean,
Well,
let
I
this
think it'll
series
take us
go.
time. Yeah, it'll take us
आप
time
अपने
to
घर
even
पे खेल
understand
रहे हो,
who after
अपने
Virat.
विकेट पे खेल रहे हो, फ्लैट ट्रैक्स पे खेल रहे हो. अगर आप 200 मार रहे हो तो ओली पोप भी आके यहाँ वो 196 मार के जा रहा है. तो आप
Yeah.
इतना, let's not be in a hurry. Let's wait.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll take this topic for a long discussion some other day. For now, let's go to our last comment for the day, and that's from Jason. Jason Singh कि इतने ज़्यादा absentees हैं तो अभी राहुल द्रविड़ को वो सीन याद आ रहा होगा वेलकम मूवी का, सड़क से उठा के स्टार बना दूंगा. So अभी फिलहाल तो जेसन अभी तो बहुत कुछ चल रहा है, बहुत से लोग नहीं आपको दिखेंगे थर्ड टेस्ट मैच में. फॉर नाउ आज जिस पर हम लाइव कर रहे थे वो थे केएल राहुल. केएल राहुल इज बीन रूल्ड आउट. क्या होगा इस टीम में, कौन कौन नए आएंगे, क्या ये स्टार बनेंगे थर्ड टेस्ट मैच और आगे आने वाले टेस्ट मैचेस में नहीं? That's something we'll have to look forward to. For now,
एक्चुअली
thank you
मुझे
so
डर ये है, आप सड़क से उठाकर स्टार मत बनाओ चलेगा, लेकिन कोई ऊपर है वहां से उसको सड़क पे लाके मत छोड़ो।
मुझे वो
that's an
कमेंट में बस
interesting one.
एक ही, दिस वन इज फॉर तौस भाई, मुझे वो सड़क वर्ड देख के मुझे वो गाना आया। जिस तरह से ये चल रहा है ना टीम, उसमें एक गाना था, रहने को घर नहीं, सोने को बिस्तर नहीं, अपना खुदा है रखवाला। ये वो हाल होने वाला है इस टीम का इफ दे डोंट स्टार्ट गेटिंग देयर एक्ट टुगेदर। द मोमेंट आई सॉ सड़क, मेरा दिमाग वहीं गया था भाई।
Okay, chaliye. Thank you so much, Shreni, Jamie, and Taos for joining with me, and thanks a lot everyone for your questions.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब